fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good you say? I dabbled in stand-up and so I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to Chrissie in the morning, in the afternoon. So good to see all you guys here. I got a couple of dates to plug and promote before we get into the topics of the day. Ooh-wee. Again, thanks to everybody who came out and saw me in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Hartford, Connecticut with Jimmy Dore. Those shows were so much fun. Just a great, great, great time. Come see me next, headlining in Mount Kisco, New York at Jazz on Main. Nice little jazz club here in Westchester. August 8th and 9th. I have more dates. September 18th. I'll be in Plano, Texas, August 8th and 9th, Long Island, New York at the Brokerage. October 18th, Massillon, Ohio at Crackpots Comedy Club, October 23rd. Back to San Diego, California, and November 1st, I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona. More dates to come. For tickets, go to ChrissieMayr.com, please and thank you. Morning to the people. Hello, good night, Mr. and Fealty and Fun OK and Khaled and NKFD. Okay. Yeah, we're a little bit of a late start, but there's a baby in the mix here, so we can't always just do the things when we need to do them. Okay, we've got some topics to cover. I'm gonna start with I've talked about Zack Hample a few times on this show, and I know nobody is coming to me for baseball content. The clips prove time and time again, nobody is watching Chrissie Mayr for her takes on Major League Baseball. However, there is a guy named Zack Hample who I've talked to. He's a little bit of a scutch. He's a little bit of a nuisance in the MLB. I wouldn't even say community. He's a fan. And what he'll do is he'll go to ball games and he's famous for catching stray balls. He's been interviewed a bunch of times. He's got garbage bags and garbage bags full of baseballs. His whole damn house is full of baseballs. He's caught hundreds. It's never enough for him. He has a thirst for balls and nothing will ever quench it. So he's also got hats from every single team. What he'll do is he'll not even be a fan of a certain team. He'll just wear their hat to get in the area where the stray balls are going. That's how much he loves these balls. But recently, I think this might have been, was this last night? This was a Tampa Bay Rays game. Okay. Outfielder Christopher Morrell was inches away from making a catch at the wall, but he missed. He missed the ball because it was snagged by this. They called him notorious ball hawk and man-child Zack Hample, which is a perfect way to describe him because if you ever he clearly has autism, which is fine, but it's just he focuses on balls. That's his one focus in life. Are these balls? He doesn't catch them on the chin. He catches them from the stray ball zone. I don't freaking know. He goes exactly where the balls are going to go. He knows where they're going to go. And he'll take them out of people's hands. Like there'll be a little boy going for a ball too, and he'll beat the little boy out on the ball. Like he'll push over grown men. It's just all nothing is more important than catching these balls, okay? And I played a clip several months ago of a guy. He was a Yankees fan, and he caught what he thought was going to be like I guess not a stray really. It was gonna be a home run, or so the guy thought. And in fact, it was a Yankees game against the Dodgers, and like Mookie Betts was about to make the catch, but instead, these two guys basically wrestled it out of his hands. Okay, this example I'm about to show you is not as bad as that, but it's still like Zach has been to enough baseball games where he should know better. He really should be able to tell. He really should be able to tell when a ball is actually going to go over versus when it's in play, which it is now. You can see he's interfering with the play and he's catching it. And this Tampa Bay Rays player is going to be pretty upset with him.
League facility, so they don't have the yellow line. Makes this a little tougher to tell.
That's over the
Wow.
wall. It's not like he was camped underneath it. There's no way.
I'm Zack Hample. Look, he's wearing a shirt with his own name on it. How gay can you get? Oi.
On the field stands. There's a home run.
And they're booing him.
A minor.
What a tard. He's got a camera on his head. Like anybody cares what the bird's eye view, what the view is on top of his head of him catching a ball. This guy, he just wants to be a baseball player. So his only way in is to catch these extra balls.
League facility, so they don't have the yellow line.
Yeah, do we think this outfielder would have caught the ball?
Yellow line.
I think it's definitely possible. I think it's possible. Well, let's see. It's going over the line here.
Makes it.
Yeah, look at that. His glove would have been right here too. Wowie. So he caught it, but it was deemed a home run.
It's a little tougher to tell.
That's over the wall. And it's not like he was camped underneath it. There's no way.
Yeah, his glove was not outstretched beyond the wall. That would have been really terrible. It was right at the wall, basically.
That's over the wall. And it's not like he was camped underneath it. There's no way.
And I really enjoy the Rays fans booing him. More booing for Zack Hample, please. Let me see if there's another angle of him getting booed. I enjoy Zack Hample getting booed because he's just such an arrogant twat. He really doesn't care about anybody but himself and them balls. Okay, I guess this is another view. Look at him watching his own replay. Well, I guess, yeah, if you're not sure if you were out of line or not, you would watch the replay.
It's right above his glove.
Look at him taking a picture of himself on the Jumbotron thing. Oh my God, he's really obsessed with himself, this Zack.
Above his glove.
After he impacted Kyron Paris's game-defeating 2-run home run, he can be seen taking photos of himself on the big screen whilst being booed by fans and wearing a GoPro on his head. Yep, that's Zack Hample for you. All the homies hate Zack Hample. Fucking loser. MLB Manfred cannot pass up this opportunity to build universal goodwill with baseball fans. Ban Hample. Ooh. Oh my God, that'd be horrible. Look at this. This is funny. As F. Get rid of this twat. What does he do with the balls? Sells them. He keeps them. And he gives some away. He also autographs the balls himself and then hands them out. I can see why the home fans would want their outfielder to be given space and had an opportunity to make the catch. And I can see why they would boo Hample for not giving him that chance. But is Hample really a fan of the Rays? No, he just puts the hat on to get into that space to catch the balls. And while close, the ruling was no interference. Yeah, but he's just irritating. He's just a little scutch. I get that he's annoying, but I feel like the hate towards him is way overboard. No, it's deserved. Seems like he gives most of the balls away to kids. Oh, you know what's better than giving away the balls to the kids? Letting the kids catch the balls themselves. That makes for a better memory overall. Nobody wants the Zack Hample juice all over their ball. He needs to be. I don't think he needs to be banned from every baseball stadium, but I think the booing is appropriate. He shouldn't be anywhere near any baseball field ever. My God, imagine being a grown man and taking a picture of yourself on the big screen. Oy. The worst kind of people who get lucky. Yeah. He's 47 years old. I found that out today. Oh, biggest loser in sports. Zach. Hi, Mark Czar. Thank you for the yellow boy. Good morning, Chrissy, Frank, baby Frank, Muffin and Waffles. Let the trade war begin. Are you ready to welcome the dire wolf back from extinction? What animal would you like to see brought back? Oh, everyone's given the dire wolf so much shit for being born. Look, it's not the baby wolves' fault that their DNA was taken out of amber and Jurassic Park to back into existence. Who would I like to see brought back? Oh, wow. Well, I have to think about that. You know what animal is not extinct at all? Not even close. In fact, it's like back to normal numbers again. Is the bald eagle. They didn't make an announcement, by the way. They weren't like the bald eagle's back. Everybody calm down. But we see them all over. I would like to see something brought back, like something cute and fluffy. Maybe like another, like maybe type of dog I would be happy with. Have any cute dogs gone extinct? Yeah, it is. It is like a Jurassic Park move. Na, 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 na. Okay, that's it for my friend Zack Hample. Just ask the Philly captain about him. The Philly captain can't stand him. But I think he tries to be the bigger person and not he goes back and forth on whether or not he's like currently talking shit about him. Okay, the next thing I want to cover is this trend of people putting. First of all, I can't believe there's even a filter for Down syndrome. I can't believe somebody created such a thing. What a world. What a world we live in. I thought we'd have flying cars by now and self-cleaning homes, but no, we have retarded filters. We have that. If we could go back in time like 50 years ago, what is 2025 going to be like? Everything's basically the same, but we have electric cars and the retarded filter. Yeah, I don't think people should be messing with bringing back old species. I think they should. I don't know. I mean, don't go out of your way to make a species go extinct. Like I appreciate the conservation efforts, but I don't like this messing with it. I don't like messing with people, human beings trying to play God. Okay, this is a guy, not this guy. I know that you're probably thinking, is this the guy with the disability? No, he's covering this girl who is using the tar filter for views.
Hello, everyone. A couple days ago, I did 1,000 squats on a live stream, and that hurt.
Why would you do that?
Very bad. But what hurt much more is what I saw on my phone this morning. So someone sent me this. There is a page on Instagram called Special Princess.
Oh, no.
2, a.k.a. Nicole Rojas. And if we take a look at one of Nicole Rojas's videos, it's very clear, the style of content. Oh,
no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Does my Down syndrome mean I'll always be too much for anyone to handle? Well, technically, yes, because you'll always have that extra chromosome.
Down syndrome mean I'll always be too much for anyone to handle.
Oh,
And it's,
no.
provocative dancing. Obviously, an OnlyFans account. If we go back looking at the page, there's a get all my links. It's a bunch of videos in small clothing.
Small
Clearly an OnlyFans girl
clothing.
and one with Down syndrome. Now, upon first viewing, there's many mixed reactions.
I think like generally aren't like people with Down syndrome, they're not really super body conscious. Like they're more likely to be like overweight than regular people. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I'm looking it up right now. Are Down syndrome people be overweight? Okay. I'm actually right about this. People with Down syndrome are more likely to be overweight or obese compared to the general population, according to a study published in the Journal of Intellectual Disability Research. Women and men with Down syndrome are more likely to be overweight or obese than the typical population. The higher risk of obesity is thought to be related to a decreased resting metabolic rate, which means that individuals with Down syndrome burn fewer calories overall compared to a typical person and need to exercise more to burn off the same number of calories. Wow, that sounds racist, huh? Caloricist. Additionally, children with Down syndrome are more likely to have higher levels of leptin, a hormone associated with obesity. So if you are retarded or you have a retarded person in your life, you gotta watch their diet. Okay. There is that misconception. Okay. La 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 la. They can play sports. They can read or write. Who the heck is thinking people with Down syndrome can't read or write? Misconception: people with Down syndrome don't feel pain. Who thinks that? These misconceptions are pretty funny. Okay, I'll read these next. Okay, back to our friend here.
My initial reaction was, that's strange. Not the strangest thing I've ever seen, but you could look at it from the perspective of, oh, good for her. Beating the allegations of, you have this disability, you can't do anything with your life, breaking the glass ceiling, whatever. You can look at it from that perspective. But when you look at this, you look at this person's face.
Are there retarded influencers?
Something looks wrong. So with that being said, let's take a look at another. Just turned 20 years old.
My
I have Down syndrome, but is it possible to get a happy birthday on my social media without any judgment? So again, just another one of those, look at my butt.
This is the same girl, I think, who did one of these viral working out videos. I don't know if it was the one. I think it was the one that they played on Adam Carolla, but I was trying to get them to find this other clip. I don't know. They didn't find the right one, but the one they played was sufficient.
Say happy birthday and buy my OnlyFans. We've seen it a million times. I
mean, for a retarded person, look, she keeps her room pretty tidy. Gotta give her props for that.
Everywhere, it's garbage. But again, looking at the face, like it doesn't entirely look real. But if I was to be the person,
it doesn't actually really look retarded enough, I think is what he's trying to say.
Oh, that's not real, and it actually was real. I would be the hater. I would be a bad person. So biting my tongue, holding my judgment, let's take a look at one more video from special_princess2. Does having Down syndrome mean I can't buy a 10?
Oh my goodness.
Sounds good. And just standard.
Who is this
standard
for?
Showing off body. Seen it a million times before. But did you miss it? Something happened.
There's so much to unpack here. Like, who is this content for? Guys in the chat, what do you feel about a sort of hot girl with a Down syndrome face? Does it? I guess it's like easier prey. It like taps into your caveman mind. It's like a wounded gazelle kind of a thing. Or you think like, wow, if she was regular, I wouldn't have a chance, but she's retarded. I might actually be able to get in there.
that we all missed here. Let's get a replay in slow motion. So yeah, dancing provocatively, yeah, turning around. But did you see it? Did you see it? Zoom in. What is that? What is that? Run it back.
I don't see
Jump
it.
cut.
Is there a mouth on her ear?
Something glitched on her face. You know, could have been an editing issue, but then let's take a look at the other side.
Oh,
that's not right. Her eyes are on the side of her head. That does not look real. And then if we see this cut here, it cuts to a face that is not her face. And then I didn't show you the biggest tell. If we turn around, did you see it? Is that a ghost?
Hey, you know what?
Is that a ghost on the back of her hair?
Maybe she just has retarded hair. You ever think about that? Maybe she's retarded all over.
Staring at you from behind, making sure you're looking at her butt so you buy the OnlyFans? I don't think so. After further evaluation, it is very clear that this is a filter. This is a person without Down syndrome who is posing as someone with Down syndrome. So I don't know, the OnlyFans stands out and they can get more subscribers. I don't have to sit here and tell you that is one of the most disgusting, egregious lies that a human.
Is it disgusting? I mean, why were you looking at it, buddy? Michael Calder says, I don't think most guys these days would care, Chrissy. A disability doesn't matter just as long as you treat that person like the way you want to treat that person, like you want to be treated. Okay, Michael, with the PC answer. Let's go to Goodnight Mister for some truth. Well, I'm about this thing called genetics. If I were to have children, I wouldn't necessarily want them to have anything that would make their life difficult. So I don't care if you're hot or not. Thank you. Goodnight, Mister. Fealty, would you go for a retarded chick? Be honest. I tried finding the filter and it's been hardcore hidden. Wow. Is it on Snapchat? Is it probably like just banging a really tall girl or a black girl or I don't know, somebody with a lot of piercings? Like it's just the novelty factor.
Human being can conjure up. We've seen people faking disabilities for views, but now we are seeing someone faking a disability for OnlyFans views, which is beyond my.
You guys have heard of the trad wife and fucked it up. You guys have heard of the trad wife trend. Well, what about the tard wife? Trad wife? No. Tard wife? Yes.
Level of comprehension of how low a human being can go, to be quite honest with you. But, you know, hopefully nobody actually thinks this is real. Hopefully nobody actually sees this and says, oh,
people do.
I
thought it was, they fooled me.
So let's take a look at some of Special Princess 2's comments. So we have from Old Man Ben-Hur Silva, heart emoji, fire emoji, butt emoji, clap emoji, smile emoji, which I guess, old people, they like to express their thoughts in emojis rather than words. Let's see if we can get someone who does use words. Old Man Live to Lick You 69. Fantastic username we got there.
Well, wouldn't a better screen name be like 47 chromosomes for you or something like that? Or like something with the number 47, right? Which is also coincidentally Donald Trump's number. Donald Trump. He's got the retarded number. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum.
You are very pretty. Would be happy to spend time with you with some roses. At least he was a kind man, willing to give some roses as he courted.
Yeah, he's a creep. He's just trying to seem not creepy in the messages.
This person. Another man, Jonathan Kingsmore, says, "Happy birthday, love. If you're a real person, hit me."
He suspects it.
Me up on mess. Mess is slang for messenger, if you don't know.
Oh, mess.
So he right here, he isn't even sure.
You think a retarded person knows that mess means messenger?
That this is real or not, but he says, you know what? I don't care. If you're real, great. If not, whatever. Just please hit me up on Messenger. I'm down for whatever. No pun intended. And then one more from our old man.
Oh my God, this guy is in college. Look at his bed. Look at the posts on his bed. You can see it's like meant for bunk beds. See here on his bed, the bedposts have this little like knob coming out. That's for bunk beds. So this guy's in college somewhere.
And then one more from our old man, Stranger Stephen. Yes, you are very cute. Mwah. And then lovingly eyes emoji. And if we zoom in here, that is an old man. Must be at least 60.
Well, maybe it's like, I don't know, reminds him of his daughter or something. Still too creepy. The messages are too creepy for me.
So the sad thing here is that this is very much proof that people are seeing this, thinking it's real, and buying the OnlyFans. Now, I'm not sure if this is just a filter or the videos are completely AI generated, but regardless, it is a fake thing. You know, it's a fake thing. It's not a real human being with Down syndrome. It's someone faking a disability for OnlyFans views, and some people sadly are falling for it. And this is really the problem with this new AI stuff, is that, you know, people like you and me, we can pretty clearly see that it was fake. I know earlier in this video, I was like pretending I didn't know what was going on. I could tell from the first one, but older people, they can't tell, and they are being bamboozled into, you know, giving money to some of the most evil people.
Yeah, you know what? That's what it just occurred to me. It may not even be sexual. It may be like, that's the thing. It's like you could use the filter to try to get money out of people. Like you're preying on older people. Be like, oh, I'm just a sweet little retarded girl. I need money for gas. But then you wouldn't be doing the whole like, look at my ass situation. She's trying to confuse you, men.
And I have one more surprise for you. Don't leave just yet. This person, Special Princess or whatever, tags accounts in her posts. And here's some of the accounts that Special Princess tags in her posts. We have Special Princess 2, Special Honey 20.
Oh.
Special Fairy 20.
Oh my God. Look at this with exposed kind of nips. Oh boy, not exposed, but they're there. It's all her. Oh my God.
Special Jenny
20.
Special. Special Unicorn 20. Special With Love. And if we look, look at these posts,
oh my God, there's so many profiles. There's so many profiles.
It's the same person. It's the same person with the same filter. And in the bio of all these posts, it has the get all my links to Jenny So Special, the same exact OnlyFans account. So not only is this person, you know, using a filter, faking Down syndrome,
can't even use the word special anymore.
They also made like 10 accounts doing the same exact thing, promoting the same exact thing, and it appears to be
this guy's fired up. I wonder if he was catfished by one of these girls.
Different videos on each. So the grind.
Wouldn't that be the? Imagine you go to meet a girl thinking she's retarded and she's regular. You'd be like, "What?"
Is real for Jenny, and it's just incredible. Now, I know what if you're a reasonable human being, you're probably thinking this should be illegal, this should be banned. The issue is when lawmakers make laws, they don't account for how low human morality can go. Like no one in the law offices were sitting there like we should prevent people from faking Down syndrome for OnlyFans. So there is no law.
It's called creativity. Oi.
Against it. It's technically legal, but it may be one of the most immoral things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I feel like he's judging himself for being too into it. He's like, God darn it. My peen was confused. Well, I'm going to continue to cover this. I want to I want you guys to see some misconceptions about Down syndrome. Oh, hi, Helen Hunt's forehead. Would you ever visit the UK and or perform here? I would visit the UK. Yes, I would. That's a big trip, though. That's a big deal. And I could not leave the bean. So it'd have to be like a bring part of the family kind of trip situation. But it would be cool. It would be cool. I mean, even going out of state for me is a big deal. Look at this. Misconceptions. I found this interesting. Only older parents have children with Down syndrome. 80% of children have Down syndrome are born to women younger than 35. So it's not just an old person thing. Interesting. A child with Down syndrome will ruin a marriage. Oh my God, what a terrible thing to say. Divorce rates are lower in families with children with Down syndrome. A child with Down syndrome negatively impacts their siblings. No way. I think it makes the siblings more empathetic. Increased tolerance, compassion, awareness. Yeah. The life expectancy is 60. Oh, wow. But some have lived to their 80s. Okay. How fascinating. Okay, the average life expectancy for a person with Down syndrome is 60 years old. Some live to 80s. Is it true that people with Down syndrome on average don't live as long as they do? Unfortunately, the average life expectancy for an African American in the US with Down syndrome is just 35. Why is that? They get involved in gang crime and they can't figure out a gun? I don't know. That's a drop off for sure. Wow. People who have Down syndrome can't walk or play sports. No, they can. That's why we have the Special Olympics. People with Down syndrome can't read or write. Yes, they can. Some of them are really smart. They can't go to regular public schools. Yes, they can. And in fact, I think it's required by law that the public school accept them. Oh. People who have Down syndrome don't feel pain. Where's that from? They express pain more slowly and less precisely. Oh, boy. People with Down syndrome all look alike. That's not true. They're just shorter. Right, here we go. All Down syndrome people are overweight. No, not all of them. But there is a relationship between Down syndrome and obesity. Lower metabolic rate. I didn't know that. I didn't know why. All people who have Down syndrome will develop Alzheimer's? Where's that from? Oh, wow. Numerous studies have shown that virtually 100% of people with Down syndrome will have the plaques and tangles in the brain associated with Alzheimer's disease, but not necessarily the actual symptomatic disease. Wow. How many people with Down syndrome will develop the symptomatic Alzheimer's disease needs additional research. Okay, so one study from 1989 shows that between 20 and 55% with Down syndrome people get Alzheimer's before 50. I mean, they're already retarded. How much more of a drop-off is it? People who have Down syndrome can't have children. Yes, they can. They might have challenges in rearing a child. Yeah. Wow. So that, what if they gave birth to a regular child? Is that possible? People who have Down syndrome are always happy. That's a misconception. Wow. People with Down syndrome are at a high risk for depression. They certainly hide it well. People with Down syndrome have no memory. That's not true. Babies who have Down syndrome are the result of incest. Oh my God. Where are these ideas coming from? Well, now we all learned a little something. Yeah, they didn't address the super strength. Oh my God. Some of these comments I cannot bring up on the screen. They're inappropriate. I can understand like the like wanting to position yourself as a Downs person because like then the stakes are lower. It's kind of like the pressure's off. Okay. Now for my final and favorite topic, and that is, of course, Opie. Greg Opie Hughes. Opie Hughes. He's always getting triggered. Opie was always fun to observe from afar, but since Anthony got syndicated on WABC, the Opie meltdowns have been more frequent. And triggered. He's just triggered by less and less. So let's pull up this clip. I want to pull up a clip of first. This was funny. This was something that Opie did on Twitter. Now I want to know, like, did he and Sherrod Small have some kind of falling out because he posted couple days ago, 5 years, fuck you're so missed at Vic Henley, who's a comedian in Hillbilly New Yorker. He was a really funny guy, actually, and he was part of Opie's crew here. But he posts just Vic and Carl Ruiz and himself, and then this eggs person posts the original. Looks like you accidentally cropped out your good friend Sherrod. I fixed it for you, Opie. Why would he crop out Sherrod? Does he have issues with Sherrod too? Opie is racist. Maybe he disowned him. There's a better chance of Vic or Carl reaching out to Opie than Sherrod Small contacting him. Oh no. Oh, why can't a man crop a photo if he wants? Huh? What's so bad about that? Let's play this clip here. I'm gonna react to this clip where Opie is getting very triggered over very little, which seems to be the trend lately. La 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 la. Opie Radio, Anthony, Jimmy, Chrissie Mayr, and the Dabbleverse. This is from yesterday.
Is on O&A after Ant and Jim, you or Sam. Oh, shut your.
Who's the third funniest on O&A after Ant and Jim? This Detroit dabbler is able to do so much with just $2. It's unbelievable.
Stupid mouth. I'll take your $1.99 and I will put you in the good old timeout.
Oh, right. A timeout.
Sheriff Dabbler, I'd like to hear your response to Patrick Melton discrediting your career, saying you accidentally fell into radio. All right. I don't respond to any of those people.
I'm sorry, but the Sheriff Dabbler sent you $20, Opie. You have to respond to it. You know what? Or just don't bring it up on the screen, right? So what in here triggered him? Patrick Melton? The part where he accidentally fell into his radio job? Maybe that's the part.
They've literally.
Yeah, because the wife part is not a big deal. Adam Bush on Who Are These Podcasts, who you never did anything to, likes to pile on. So this person is trying to trigger Opie. He knows that his go-to thing is, I never met the guy. I don't understand why someone I never met is going after me. It's like, hello, welcome to the internet. It's called being a public figure.
They've literally done nothing. They've literally done nothing to with their own.
I love it. If we were going to have an Opie radio drinking game, it would be like, take a drink every time you can see a visible ring light, and take a drink every time the camera shakes.
Careers, and they're attacking me. I do know this Melton guy. He looks like Earthquake. I like to call him Tugboat. I've never heard a minute of his show. And out of nowhere, because I think what happens is these guys don't have a lot of material. So the easiest thing to do is attack somebody. So he's attacking me. I did nothing to the guy. I don't know the guy. I've never watched his shit.
So this is what he does. He says these kind of things to let everyone know he is up here and everyone else is down here. I've never watched your show. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I don't know who you are.
And they're attacking me in my stupid career. And the fact is, like, what career do you have? When it's all said and done, when you spend the next couple of years with a live stream where all you do is attack other people And then, that fades away because that's not trendy anymore. What are you going to have to show for your career? That's what I asked those people today. For real, what do you have to show for it? You're not going to buy a second house.
Opie's markers of success are all things that he has, coincidentally. Like he mentions the second house multiple times on this clip here. It's like, oh, if you don't have a second house, you ain't shit. If you weren't in radio, you ain't shit. He's a very narrow definition of success.
You're gonna like be struggling with your bills. You're not gonna do anything impressive. And these people, they attack people like myself that actually had a career. I don't have to defend my career with anybody. But it is weird. It's people I've never met.
It's so weird. People I've never met know who I am. Dude, like, don't you pride yourself on being famous and being a radio legend, yet you're shocked people know who you are and comment on your goings on? It's very strange. I think he's putting it on, He's like, oh, I guess I'm just so famous and well known. People I've never met are talking about me. How could that be?
I don't watch their stuff. I don't care about their stuff, and they have to attack me. I find it.
I don't even know who they are.
Incredibly strange.
He drinks out of a mug that says Zen, and he doesn't even hold it from the handle. Well, I guess I do that too. I sometimes hold it. But I'm not doing false advertising with a mug that says Zen on it.
I mean, my suggestion, considering I did have a massive radio career.
Massive.
I've said this to.
I was very successful, by the way, in case you guys forgot.
Well, I'm not going to tell you who I said this to. I dipped my toes in the.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you who I said this to because we're not that close.
First for a little bit, and then I realized that it's not for me. I don't want to spend my days turning on a live stream and just attacking other live streamers. I mean, I could do it from time to time. I'm good at it. But as far as a show, doing it every day,
I could do it. I'm good at it. Dude, then do it. Wouldn't you want to do what you're good at instead of whatever this is?
Doesn't interest me. And there's a guy in the Dabbleverse, I won't mention his name here, who's incredibly talented. One of them is incredibly talented.
Is it Carl?
And it's not the guys you just mentioned with your super chat. And I had a heart-to-heart with the guy. I go, look, man, I get the Dabbleverse. It's trendy. It's hot right now. You guys go on and you beat the shit out of each other. I go, but I told the guy, it's not impressive.
Is it Anthony?
You're not going to get much from it in the end.
Oh,
you're not going to get rich. You're not going to get fame from it.
You'll have a little from it. They're getting hours of enjoyment. And the viewers get hours of enjoyment and content out of it. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I did create the Dabbleverse, okay? So a little credit, please.
A little riches, a little fame in the Dabbleverse itself, but that's not impressive. The giant podcasters, you're not even a blip on their radar.
He compares it to anybody. Joe Rogan doesn't know who you are, so therefore what you're doing has no value. Again, like his measures for success, he's such an elitist, Opie. He's such a social climbing elitist fart sniffer. Well, if Joe Rogan doesn't know about your podcast, then it's nothing. All right. Okay, buddy. It's okay to make a few dollars here and there if people enjoy doing what they're doing. Hey, there's people who are in the Dabbleverse who probably don't make any money, but they still enjoy it and it's fun for them.
And I told this guy, I'm like, dude, you're really, really talented. I said, look, I get why you're in the Dabbleverse.
Who do you guys think he's talking about? I think it's Carl. I think it's Carl from Who These Podcasts. But tell me who you think we got to decode everything with Opie. He can't be upfront in his life.
Why you're doing that, but I said don't blow off just doing a regular show. You're really good at this. And
Oh, okay. The chat is saying, hi, fun. Carl said it's Cardiff or Tukey. I think they're both great. So it's the potato or the puppet, right? Of course, it's going to be anybody who's, friendly to him, which I really think is just those two. Wow. Well, why don't you give them a boost if you think they're so talented? Gail McConaughey, thank you for the 10. Do you remember the year the Gerber baby was a cute little Downs boy, blonde? There was an article with the original Gerber baby holding him. Oh no, I don't remember that at all. Okay, let me see if I can find that. I search history at this point. Oy. Okay, Johnny Mumbles thinks I don't think it was Cardiff. I think Opie was talking to an actual potato.
He's sort of doing both, I guess. But I don't, these guys, they're gonna say what they have to say about me, which is weird and strange. But I don't put much weight on any of it because they, I told you, if Howard Stern's attacking me, damn. If Joe Rogan's attacking me, damn. Bill Burr, damn.
Wow, he's so. Oh my God. He is so Hollywood. He really, it's just like he's such an elitist. He really thinks he's hot shit.
I was in that arena with all those people. Will I ever be in
I'm peers with Joe Rogan and Howard and Bill Burr. But yet, who do you have on your podcast, Opie? You have a puppet and a potato on your pod. Those are your peers now, okay? You are more closely aligned with a potato and a puppet and myself. Even though you haven't come on my show yet, but you will. I will wear you down, Opie. You are more similar with the Dabbleverse than you are with Joe Rogan and Bill Burr. Hello, are they answering your phone calls? Are they answering your DMs? No. Okay, so get comfortable in potato world.
In that arena again? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I do this. I have fun doing it. I like doing it, but I'm in a much different place in my life. I'd rather spend quality time with my wife and my kids.
Then why are you doing this?
Than chasing. So I do this and I enjoy it.
I would rather be spending time with my family than chasing. But it's like, dude, you do this just about every day. He's like, you know what they say? Some people are afraid of success. Some people are afraid of failure. I wonder which one Opie is. I used to think they were the same thing, but it's like he doesn't even bother trying. It's like, if I can't try, I can't fail. I think he's afraid of failure. And he's afraid of being compared to Anthony no matter what he does. So if he does this half-assed, window live stream, then people won't criticize him. Well, how's that going?
was attacking me. There's a whole list of guys. If they were the ones turning on a live stream and beating me up, I would be deeply depressed. But these guys that have proven nothing, literally nothing in this business, because in the end, it's in this business. It started out as
he's comparing like radio 20 years ago to the internet. It is not the same business. And Opie is not the judge of what is success.
Then it kind of moved on to satellite radio and internet radio. And now it's moved on to live streaming. None of those guys have done anything impressive to the point where their shots at me hurt. If you want to know the truth, I got a whole list of people. If they were going after me, it would absolutely bother me. But not.
Let's hear the list, Opie. Is it Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, Howard Stern? You would love it if these people were talking about you. Which is it? I think it does hurt his feelings. He just pretends that he's too big and too cool for it.
Not those guys. No, of course not. Did you know that Carl worked in the mailroom for Brother Weeze when you were there? He said that he really looked up to you, but you would never make eye contact. I have no idea. What? These people are so weird. When I worked at the same station as Brother Weeze, I was a plebe.
It takes so little to trigger him. It's so fun. He really is like, sorry to say this, but you are the new Stut Joe. You are a lol cow king. You are a Dabbleverse icon.
I wouldn't make eye contact. These people are delusional. Oh my God. You know, one big reason why I don't respect Carl, and I truly don't. I don't watch or listen to any of his stuff, but
I have no idea.
I get the drift. Trust me.
How would
when
you
I
get
see the
drift?
videos pop up and I decide not to click on them?
So you see the videos, click. He's absolutely watched the show, dude. He's such a bad liar.
I get the drift, and the one thing that makes him insanely bad at this and insanely dishonest is that he doesn't take any shots at Anthony whatsoever.
Oh, how would you know unless you watch the show? Opie?
That's why you're a piece of garbage. The amount of material, if your whole show is to go after other people trying to do this, the amount of material that you have on Anthony and you avoid all of it, that means you're garbage. Absolute garbage.
Why don't you do that?
That's why
Opie?
I would never respect somebody.
You have so much material on Anthony and so much to say and so much juice and tea. Why don't you unveil it? Because people will be into it. Opie, you know that talking about Anthony gets you clicks and gets you dollars. Because that's literally your only thing anymore. You haven't created anything new. It's just glory days on repeat. So why don't you spill the tea on Anthony?
Like that. Ugh, God, no. Oh, how does one go about being successful in the Dabbleverse? Well, you get a live stream and you make it look very, very professional. And that will hide the fact that you don't have much content. And then you just
or you can make it look unprofessional and embrace the fact that you have no content, and then you would be Opie Radio.
Go down a laundry list of other people live streaming and you find shit about them and beat the crap out of them. That's it. That's the Dabbleverse. That's it in a nutshell.
He doesn't understand.
That's all it is. And and the funny thing is, the whole concept is based on one of our huge benchmark bits from the Opie and Anthony show.
No, it's based on Stuttering John.
They're all just doing Jacktober. And even when we were doing Opie,
it started as a Stuttering John appreciation group.
Anthony, we knew that Jacktober was a benchmark bit, but you couldn't do it like all year long. By the end of October, we were running out of steam as far as that bit went. What's up, Frankie? Frank Pellegrino. Chrissie Mayr has been going through ONA for lore.
Notice how when he first reads it, he says my last name correctly, and then you will see in a minute or two, he will go back to pretending that he doesn't know how to say my last name. It's very cute. It's a cute thing he does to pretend like, oh, I don't know who that is.
History lately. Any shows, fights, or classic moments you would recommend? No, because
no. I don't know. Why are people interested in me? I don't understand. I'm just so famous. I'm so successful. But I don't understand why people watch what I do.
Obsessed? Why are they obsessed with? Oh my God, no.
I don't know why people are obsessed with me and my black mouth.
I guess we did something amazing with Opie and Anthony. There's people that I'm Opie. I don't know if you know this. I'm Opie from Opie and Anthony. I don't.
What? I had no idea. Because there's so much new shit that I can associate you with. It's like I almost forgot you were part of Opie and Anthony.
When this is not on, it's hard to avoid it, obviously, when this is on. But when this is off, I don't think of the Dabbleverse. I don't think of Anthony Cumia. I don't think of Jim Norton. I don't think of Opie and Anthony. Nothing. And there's people out there, they're dedicating big chunks of their show to talk about the lore, the history of ONA.
Okay, not big chunks, maybe just half.
God, why don't you just do a show? Does she do more than a show? Because I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how to say a name. I don't know. Just like I don't watch Carl's show. Just like I don't watch what Anthony does.
Is it part of her show where every once in a while she's like, oh my God, I heard they did this crazy bit. Let's talk about it. All right, that'd be cool, I guess.
Oh, so it's
But is she
cool.
doing more? Because I really don't know. Frankie, okay, seriously, since you turned her down, Kumi is coming into Chrissy's studio this
So
Friday.
Frank's back with another super chat. He's just, I feel like, slowly chipping away at the Opster.
Any questions we should ask him? No. Are you on her show, Frank? I don't even know. For real, I don't even know. No, I don't have any questions for Kumia. I want him to leave me the F alone.
That sounds like a question.
We did our thing. We didn't like each other. It was successful. And that's where it should have ended. No, I don't have questions for Anthony.
No, I don't have questions.
And why would I go on her show? Why? What is she doing?
Why would I go on her show? Because you're having potatoes and puppets on your show, okay? We are on the same level, Opie. Get with it, okay? Because Joe Rogan's not going to be calling you. But guess what? Chrissie Mayr's calling you.
So special that I should be on her show. Please explain that to me. Frank, are you on her show? I literally don't know. I guess that's a big get that she got Kumia. Oh my God, that's just amazing. Frank is Chrissy's husband. All right. I didn't know that, Frank. All I know, Frank, about your wife is that out of nowhere, she started taking dumb shots at me because she worked for Anthony.
No, you called me boring. And then I was like, game on, biatch. Let's do this.
Anthony, I don't respect that, if you want to know the truth. I've never met her. I don't know anything about her.
Actually, if we're going to dial it back even further, your boy, Carl Ruiz, hoodwinked me into thinking that he was setting up a podcast between the two of us. But actually, he was taking me out on a meringue infused date. Okay. He sucked up hours of my time one day. I don't know if it was Saturday. I forget. It was years ago, obviously before he died. And he kind of hoodwinked me. He bamboozled me. He tricked me into thinking he was scheduling a podcast between the two of us. And then after hours, he was like, oh, Opie's on his boat. He's not coming into the city. That's where it really started. Okay. So I think you kind of owe me because your boy tricked me years ago. Yes. Rest in peace, Carl. He was a lovely man.
I know she's trying to be a comedian, but when I look at comedians that are doing it out there, her name doesn't pop up on any.
When I look at comedians who are doing it out there, so what does that even mean? Are you looking at every club in the United States and see who they're booking? I don't think so. I think you're going, I'm looking at what Joe Rogan is doing. So unless she's performing with Joe Rogan, she doesn't exist and she's not successful. That, again, his benchmarks for success are even something he can't reach because he's not doing shit with Joe Rogan.
Any of the lists. I didn't know anything about her. And because she worked for Anthony, she felt like she had to attack me. I don't respect people like that, Frank. Like zero. These people, they don't have a mind of their own.
Doing the white power.
There was a whole culture. If you worked for Anthony, without even meeting me, you had to go all in and attack me. You know, it's been told to me.
I tried to meet you. I spent a whole afternoon in the city trying to meet you and do your show. So I guess you can blame Carl for that. Oh, yes. He means I'm not Bill Burr, Joe Rogan. Well, you got me there. I guess I'm not.
Over and over again by people I've actually had on this live stream. So Frank, I don't respect her at all because like it's weird. It's weird that she would.
Why does he think like I care about his respect? Like it means anything? That's weird. He think he's one of these old dudes that are like hung up on respect.
Take these dumb, stupid ass shots at me when she never even met me, and the only thing she's got is that she worked for Anthony, and Anthony makes it very clear about his hatred towards me. And if I hate him, and if you're gonna work here, you gotta hate him too.
That's the most
bullshit
thing. He literally has never said that or anything like that in all the years I worked for him and after or before. The footage of you, Opie, there's a lot of it out there. People can watch you, listen to old clips, and make their own determinations about who you are. There's no, how ridiculous would that be? If Anthony was like, well, in order to work here, you have to hate Opie. How stupid, how immature. No, he just cares that people are funny and a good hang. He's stuck in high school for some reason. Like his mentality is like is like 10th grade.
That your peers passed you by. No one has really done anything that great since Opie and Anthony Grant. I mean, that's the reality. You know, Anthony is now on WABC on Sunday nights, one day away. That's not impressive. I know. I know this isn't impressive either. I get it. Is what Anthony is doing more impressive than this? Yeah, of course. But in the end, that's not impressive at all.
Wow.
Literally at all. Like, you know,
nothing Anthony could ever do would be impressive, by the way. Not run his own company and pay people for 10 years, not get himself back into mainstream radio, not get himself back in syndication. Like, and Anthony's been on Rogan multiple times. That is not impressive to him. Opie, have you ever done Rogan? Not that I'm aware of. So he's full of shit.
If I was on speaking terms with Anthony, I would have told him, "Oh, you're going back to AM radio after all these years, and you're going to be on Sunday nights for a couple hours." I would downplay that, Ant. Just downplay it. Don't make it a big over the top thing because it's not impressive. Could it be the start of something impressive? Sure, of course.
Wow.
But I think that's the mistake he made, was making it into a huge big deal that he was making this giant comeback to radio. And then you find out it's a couple hours on a Sunday night. It's not impressive.
Going from not
this isn't impressive
on radio to back on radio.
So when you talk about my peers passing me by, you know, Jim Norton should be way bigger than he is. What he's doing isn't impressive either. There's nothing impressive about it. You want to talk about peers passing you by? Every single comedian has passed Jim Norton by that did the Opie and Anthony show. I say every single one of them.
Oof. What did Jim ever do to you?
Bigger career than Jim Norton. See, this is the real stuff. This is the honest stuff. Sam Roberts, not impressive. Just rotting in a seat at Sirius XM.
Wait. Do you still have a job in radio, or are you rotting in a seat? What is it? Kumia's original rumored WABC salary for 2 hours, when prorated into a regular 5-day a week radio gig, is $1 million. Sounds pretty impressive. Opie did Rogan once and it was very cringe. I should watch that. I should watch that next.
Is he doing better than I am? Oh, yes, he is. Is it impressive? Oh, no, it's not. All right, Frank. Blaming Aunt for Chrissie taking shots is this. I know you got to stick up for your wife, Frank. She was having fun with you, but you forgot how to have fun. Did I forget to have fun? Did I, Frank?
I don't know. Did I forget? Am I drinking so much wine that my mouth is black? Frank.
Going with her nonsense. She got NYC Unleashed, the exposure you were asking for. No, she didn't. What are you talking about? She has no pull, Frank. Wake up. Oh my God, Frank, you're just as delusional as the rest of them. You're trying to tell me that Chrissie Mayr, I don't even know how to say her name. She's kind of good looking. I'll give her that. She's kind of good looking, Frank. But she doesn't have pull. What are you talking about?
You pull, Opie.
My other YouTube channel, Opie Unleashed NYC. There's nothing going on there. It's a slow growth. Oh wow, these people are delusional.
Oh,
She got NYC.
I'm giving you views, Opie. I'm sending the viewers to you.
Unleashed the exposure you were asking for. All right, Frank. Frank. At this point, you're just spending your hard-earned money. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Save up for a second, house. That'd be cool.
A second house.
That'd be fun.
That means you're successful if you have 2 homes.
I'm sure, like the Chrissie Mayr show, whatever. However, I don't even know how to say her name. That's not good.
Oof.
I'm sure, like she's setting the internet on fire and whatever shithole you live in. I'm sure you'll move out soon because her numbers are just through the roof, amazing. And you guys are going to be doing some house shopping soon. Save your money, Frank. You're delusional.
So triggered. Look at the comments. Imagine being this miserable from your penthouse apartment. I don't know if you can see it down there. He was in a mood this morning. Can we get an Opie edition? $6 million penthouse, $3 million beach house, broke, begging for dollars. I don't know if he's begging, but he certainly accepts them. That's what happens when you don't work for 10 years. It's Thunderbird Opie on WINO FM, Wino FM. That's funny. Oops, let's see. Let me go up here so you can see the comments better. Oh, no, that doesn't help. No, that doesn't help either. No, that doesn't help either. Good old Blackmouth. Yar! It's Captain Blackmouth here. Ah, ha, ha. Yeah. Let's test the poll. Everyone go comment. Chrissie Mayr sent me on his latest Opie radio video. Oh, that would be so great. That would truly make my day. Like, seriously, if none of you ever super chat ever again and you just go do this, I'll be happy. I can die happy. Yar! Captain Blackmouth here from my penthouse apartment. I don't know what anybody's doing. Unless you're Bill Burr or Joe Rogan. Completely divorced from reality and also soon from his wife. I don't know about that. Word is his wife left him years ago. Ooh. He thinks people in the Dabbleverse are in it for fame and riches. Perhaps just a few have happy lives and careers and dabble in it for... Right, it's for dabbling. If anything, Opie has shown that fame and money do not buy happiness. He really looks like Pennywise. Opie got tired of everyone goofing on him for his red-stained gum, teeth, and lips. I noticed he vigorously brushed his teeth and probably did a whitening kit. I don't know. He still looks like Captain Blackmouth. What's a regular show? Opie turning on a camera and babbling about inane horse shit with a voice like nails on a chalkboard. You were never good at attacking other shows. Your two radio partners did all the heavy lifting. Most of your jokes never landed to the point where you had callers bring up an earlier joke that no one laughed at simply to try to force everyone to give you credit for being funny. Oh. I can't live stream and badmouth other shows, as Opie is literally doing exactly that. These comments are great. Opie, the hypocrite. Jacktober attacked shows for a month, and WATP do it because they like it. I can't stand this guy. 15K plus nearly every video on WATP. Opie's videos get literally 30 to 80 views. Not wrong. The saddest part of listening to Opie rant is that this feud with Anthony is all in his head. I've heard Cumia repeatedly say he wishes Opie well. It's like hearing George Takei still complain about William Shatner 60 years after they worked together. It couldn't have been that bad becoming millionaires together. Yeah, Cumia does not shit on Opie. He just like pokes at him. He's easy to make fun of. He is easy to make fun of, and that's why people do it. Hey, Junior. Thanks for the 5. We troll Opie because we love him, and he's stupid. Also, I'm glad you are coming back to Texas. I am excited, too. Yeah, I'm excited, too. I don't know if I'll be able to bring the baby on any of these trips. I don't know. If Opie did Rogan, it's not on YouTube. All right, we can't find it. Oh, okay. 6 days ago, he did he shat on Rogan. How could he? But aren't they just buds? Aren't they peers? Thank you, Fealty. Oh, somebody chat. It doesn't even take a super chat. He's triggered by regular ass chats. I never found Rogan funny is the chat from Mr. Don Luger. Oh, we know Don. Okay.
I never found Rogan funny. Rogan's not a funny guy. He really isn't a funny guy. He can muscle out some funny stuff for sure, but I don't think anyone, listens to Rogan's podcast or watches it because he's a funny guy. I was turned on to Rogan.
No, he's more than funny, and he has guests on that aren't funny all the time. So it's like he meets people at their level.
Because he was insanely interesting at a time when everybody else was like playing it incredibly safe and just playing off mainstream media. But Joe Rogan was insanely interesting. And he was talking about stuff that no one else was talking about. And then he started getting guests on that mainstream media just blew off. We blew off. I don't know if we even knew they existed out there. And that's what made, Joe Rogan massively successful. But it wasn't because he's a funny guy. God, no. The comedians, if they were brave, but they're not brave. And maybe Brian, I was going to read your comment, but I want to make this point. Sorry.
I love you, Opie. You're not being truthful.
The comedians, if they were going to be honest, they would tell you too that Rogan's not funny, but they want to be on Rogan's show.
You want to be on
This is
Rogan's
where
show?
I'm stupid. I say stupid shit. It pisses people off, but I can't help myself.
Isn't there a clip of you like spinning around doing Brother Man, being like, Joe, you never responded to my text. You didn't respond to my DMs. I'm available.
Most of the comedians I hung out with and still hang out with to this day, not as many as the past, obviously, they will all tell you Rogan's not funny. But as soon as you go on your little live streaming podcast and say that, the comedian will go, I didn't say that. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like on the way out.
Wait, he has another mug. Does this one say namaste on it? Opie, you gotta stop using your wife's mugs on live streams. He's got a Zen mug, a namaste mug. So the Zen mug is up in New York City and the Namaste mug is out at the Hamptons. Mug watch. Maybe I could send him some gifts. Does Opie have a P.O. box? P.O.B. box? Thanks, Junior, for the 2. We are going to neg Opie onto this show. Please. I would love nothing more than to get Opie on this show. That would be good. Opie, by the way, is not an honest person when it comes to live streaming. He actually was caught uploading the same he did a live stream and then he uploaded it again. Like he basically did something like illegal that you can't do. Well, people do it, but he did an original live stream with real super chats, and then he did a fake live stream. Basically, he's kind of scamming people out of super chats. So if we go to this, let me close out of these Down syndrome windows. This was the original one. This is the original one. I'm just going to show you and scoot around, click around on it so you can see. Here we go. Opie Radio podcast, 858 views, streamed 1 day ago. 45 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, he starts with this. He goes through all the things. Right? See the thing, peers about passing him by, the whole thing about Frank and triggering him with the super chats. Okay. So that's the first one. Now I'm going to bring up this second one. He takes this is his Opie Radio channel. He takes the same exact live stream and he puts it up on his Opie Unleashed. Let me show you that. Which is dishonest. Let's pull this up. Boom. So now here's Opie Radio Podcast. Here's Opie Unleashed NYC. 141 views streamed 20 hours ago. 45 minutes, 21 seconds. And we scroll through. You look like Pennywise. Same thing. Look, here's a super chat from Frank talking about me. He gets triggered. It is the same exact live stream on his other channel. Just collecting them super chats. Kind of sad for somebody who's a millionaire and shouldn't need the money at this point, but who knows? Maybe he hasn't been busy after all. Oh, but nobody is successful. All right, Ope. Aldo's Journal. Thank you for the 5. First live. Yesterday, thought premiere was a live and super chat. Well, sometimes I will premiere clips from other shows, and it'll say that too. It won't. Okay. I'm sorry that happened to you. Any shows in LA soon? Also, who's this Opie, Opie, whatever. He's the Opie from Opie and Anthony. It's we're going through old lore. He was an old radio legend. Okay. Thank you, NVIDIA. Oh, thank you, NVIDIA. Thank you for the orange boy. NVIDIA for 20 for the Better Mug Fund. You know, I also need better mugs here for the studio for when I have guests. So I'll put it towards that. Thank you, NVIDIA. How have you been? I missed you. It's been a minute. Never heard of him. Uh-oh. Go tell Opie that. Actually, Aldo, if you could go to Opie's channel and say that Chrissie Mayr sent you, that would be great. That would be great. Okay. Fun time, guys. Love you all. We got some cool things coming up. Again, I got a bunch of dates. The baby's awake. Okay, I'm coming. The baby is awake. The baby is awake. ChrissieMayr.com for tickets. NVIDIA again for 20. Thank you, NVIDIA. Okay, you can have mug money too. Thank you, NVIDIA. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, NVIDIA. Miss you guys. Okay. For tickets, go to ChrissieMayr.com. And Friday, the Anthony Cumia will be in studio for Nightmare. Very, very exciting. So that'll be at around 9 o'clock after F&T, of course. So tune back in for that. And I'll see you guys soon.